Hi again, class. Mac Engel here for a very special edition of the Mac Attack. I'm joined by longtime Dallas Mavericks NBA expert, Mr. Dwayne Price, following the Dallas Mavericks' horrendous, craptacular season that has mercifully come to an end. Mavericks are going to finish with one of the worst records, or no, they have finished with one of the worst record in the Mark Cuban era.
Yes.
But, Dwayne, they will get their highest draft pick since they acquired Dirk Nowitzki 150 years ago.
Exactly. They're going to have no worse than the ninth pick in the draft, and if they get lucky, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, that's great. That's the good news for the Mavericks this season is that they will get a high pick.
Right.
Who are they? We don't know what name, but what position are they most likely to use that pick on, Dwayne?
Probably a point guard. They like Yogi Ferrell, but I don't know if they see him as that dominant point guard going forward. Yeah, because he's not, even though he had some good games against some dominant point guards when he first came out, because he met Tony Parker and Kyrie Irving right out of the gate and held his own against them, and he also held his own against Damian Lillard and against Chris Paul last week. But over the course of an 82-game season, I think they want to get a bigger point guard.
So they don't think nobody thinks Yogi Ferrell can be a starter for a good team.
I'll tell you what, though, I think he could be a great backup. And that's no disrespect to Yogi because he has some great games, like I said, as a starter. Don't discount the guy just because he was an undrafted rookie and nobody knows about him. He can play the game.
What about Nerlens Noel? This will be a restricted free agent that the Dallas Mavericks traded for from the 76ers a while back. Is there any way they're not going to re-sign Nerlens Noel?
No. I mean, they expecting like you say, they can match any offer out there, and they prepare for somebody might just go out there and just throw him a max offer, and then it's up to the Mavericks. Have 15 days to match it, and they will because
they will match a max offer.
They will match it because this guy's upside is just so tremendous. I mean, the only sad thing I feel for Nerlens is he's been in the league his third year, and his offense is not where it should be right now. I don't know what they did to him in Philadelphia, but obviously they didn't work on his offense, or he didn't get it or whatever. But you can.
Well, wait a minute. Is there any chance, Dwayne, he just doesn't have an offensive game, that we're looking
No.
at Tyson Chandler, that he's just a pick and roll guy?
No, only because I saw some little snippets of it, as the season progressed once he got here. So I'm saying if I saw this progress within a 2-month period, what happened to them 2 years when he was in Philadelphia?
He was in Philadelphia. You just said a mouthful. When you're in Philadelphia, you don't do anything. Dirk Nowitzki just said
cheesesteaks.
That's about it. Dirk says that he's coming back for an additional year.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Do you think he'll play beyond next season?
Well, he also, finished that sentence. He also said, depending on how his body feels, and he's going to sit down with his family and see what's best for the family and all that. I think just listening to him and trying to read between the lines, I'm thinking if he comes back and has an injury-free season and the Mavericks do well as in get to the second round of the playoffs, I think he'll come back and fulfill that last year of that contract.
You just said something that the Mavericks haven't done since they won the NBA title back in 2011, and that's get to the second round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you had to drink this morning, but what in God's name do you think the Mavericks could possibly do to get to the second round in the Western Conference playoffs in one offseason?
Get a great draft pick and get a high-quality free agent.
High-quality free agent.
That's a done. I mean, think about it. We didn't think Harrison Barnes was a high-quality free agent. Look at this guy. He can play, averaging right at 20 points a game. You get another guy like that. You don't have to get the LeBrons and the Steph Currys of the game in order to get to the second round of the playoffs.
Because they can't get those guys in free agency. We know that.
Yeah.
So, Dwayne, what free agents are out there? Don't give me, LeBron or any of these other names. What names realistically, given this team's track record in free agent, which is fair, not bad, but fair, like average, Chandler Parsons, those guys, who can they get?
But you never know because you don't know what that other guy's dealing with the team he's on. I mean, Chris Paul may be tired of Doc Rivers or what's going on with the Clippers. He may be looking for a home somewhere else, and he's a free agent. And they got to pay Chris Paul. They got to pay Blake Griffin. It may not be enough money to go around. He may just want to get away from that whole situation over there because he hasn't been past the second round of the playoffs with the Clippers. So he may be saying, I need to change the scenery.
All right, well, apparently that's the entire Mavericks offseason, according to Dwayne Price. Chris Paul wants out of L.A., and the Mavericks are going to get a starting point guard in the top 10 picks of the NBA draft. I hope he's right. I hate the fact that this team has been so irrelevant this season and so bad this season because Dirk Nowitzki deserves better.
He does definitely deserves better, but check this out. The 2009, 2010 NBA champs, LA Lakers. 2011, the Mavericks. 2012-13, Miami Heat. Neither one of them in the playoffs this year.
All right, so there we have it.
Yeah.
The Mavericks are no different than the Lakers.
Or the Miami Heat.
Or the Miami Heat. That's our great selling point for the season. Talk to you next time.